I will say this. I'm glad everybody's having a sense of optimism because the reality is we have no choice because we're here now. Donald J. Trump is going to be the 47th president of the United States of America, like it or not. And we all hope for the best for this country. That's all we can do. But don't y'all find it strange that now that he's won, they're not calling him a threat to democracy? They're not calling him a fascist. I mean, damn, on Monday.
They're not calling him anything.
They can't. On Monday, they was just calling him that. I would think that, if you really believe that, then somebody's speech would be about how America effed up and how things are about to be really bad.
He's the most powerful man in the world now.
Well, it just makes you wonder how much of it did they really believe or how much of it was just politics.
Now, Morgan, also, I know.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. We're going to watch and react to Charlamagne crying about Donald Trump winning the election. So the title says, Charlamagne reacts to Trump winning the 2024 presidential election. So before we get into it, guys, please hit the like button down below. It really helps the channel out. It's going to help me grow this channel. And I can't do it without your help. And of course, make sure you stay to the end because we're going to get into the comment section because he's getting roasted on his own channel. Let's get into it.
White. Your donkey of the day.
Donkey of the day for Wednesday, November 6th. I don't even really have a donkey of the day. I just want to talk to us, my fellow Americans. Listen.
You know what's funny about that? Because I'm pretty sure if Trump lost, he would have named him donkey of the day, right? He would have named him donkey of the day. He would have smeared him. He would have pushed all types of lies and propaganda. But since he's a Democrat, he's not going to give them the donkey of the day. And he claims to be an independent. He claims to be, nonpartisan. I'm not a Democrat. I'm independent. But he doesn't hold them to the same standard. It's hilarious.
America has spoken, and they spoke loud and clear. Donald Trump will be the 47th president of the United States of America. I have friends on the right. I have friends on the left. I have friends that are independents. And regardless of who we all decided to vote for yesterday, guess what? Donald Trump is now all of our president again. I don't want to fight anyone. I don't want to argue with anyone because at the end of the day, we are all Americans and we all want what's best for this country. I hope. Okay, I know today Democrats are going to be looking for someone to blame. Let me be the first to tell you it's not just one thing. I personally feel like Donald Trump speaks to people's grievances better than Democrats do. I know people are going to talk about misinformation and the dumbing down of society. I understand all of that, but you don't have to be intelligent to know you can't pay your bills. You don't have to be intelligent to know you can't afford groceries. People will forget what you did. They will forget what you said, but they will never forget how you made them feel. And to millions of Americans, tens of millions of Americans, they simply felt financially better when Trump was in office. I don't think it's fair to just chalk up, Trump winning to racism, sexism, homophobia, anti-Semitism. Yes, he tapped into all of the worst things America has ever had to offer. And there are a lot of people who agree with his rhetoric and voted for him because of those reasons. But I truly believe most people voted for him because they want more money in their pocket and they want to feel safe. Look, I know the economy does better.
It's crazy how he's now seeing it. Bruh, why didn't you say these things before the election? You were swearing up and down that Kamala was going to be better for all of these things and that people should believe that. But now you're starting to see it's the exact opposite. This is crazy to me. It's backwards.
Better under Democrat presidents, but Democrats haven't been able to make the American people believe that. I know the border is a bipartisan issue, but Democrats spent a lot of time acting like it wasn't an issue. Democrats created the sanctuary cities. Wow. Democrats told them to come on in. Meanwhile, Republicans were putting migrants on buses and planes and sending them to those sanctuary cities, and then Democrats had to change course. But it might have been too little too late because at the
change course. Why? Why did they change course? Because it exposed their hypocrisy. What Greg Abbott did was probably one of the greatest political moves in American history. He made them put their money where their mouth is, right? He forced them to have to act on their virtue. And it was phenomenal to witness. And them just literally fold. It was great. I loved it.
At the end of the day, once again, when you see all that money going to migrants, going to the border issue, all you can think to yourself is they have billions for that, but aren't making investments into the communities right here in America. You see homeless people everywhere. You don't have no money in your pocket. You don't know how you're going to pay your bills. You're facing eviction. Listen, I'm not saying Trump is going to fix all of that. All I'm saying is Donald Trump has made people feel like he will fix all that in a way that Democrats haven't. Once again, don't.
It's good. You see how he emphasized on the word feel as if it wasn't like a reality that people experienced? This is what's crazy about this guy right here. He's making it and playing it, making it seem like as if people only felt that way. Like they didn't actually experience those things. Those things didn't really happen. It was just feelings. This is crazy. This is nonsense. No, people actually made more money. They didn't feel it. It wasn't feelings that was attached to it. It was I mean, it was objective reality that they made more money, had more money in their pockets. It's objective reality that the border was safer. There was less legal immigration coming in through the border. It's not a feeling. People didn't feel that way. They see it. They experienced it. This guy is crazy.
Just chalk it up to racism, sexism. Okay, I believe those things play a role, but at the end of the day, it's the economy, stupid. And Democrats might just be really out of touch with what everyday Americans are feeling. Now, I didn't want to come on here today.
I hate to stop it so many times because this guy's saying a lot right now. And he mentioned that, this sexism and racism also might have a role to play in it. And he's always going to attribute that to the right, Republicans and conservatives. But he would never say that about Democrats. But that's actually in reality what they do. They literally vote for Kamala Harris because of her skin color, which is racism. You're basically saying, no, I'm not voting for him, even though he has great policies, better policies, because he's white. She's black. So she's going to get my vote just because of her skin color. See, they won't categorize that as racism. They won't. They will never categorize that as racism. They'll just say, oh, we're just voting for our interest. That's how they're going to categorize it. This is crazy. If anybody on the right was to say, oh yeah, I'm voting for him because he's white, you're gonna chalk that down as racism, as racist. But you won't do the same thing for Democrats. It's crazy. It's hypocritical.
And be all doom and gloom. I have absolutely zero reason to believe Donald Trump is going to be a president that brings people together. But I'm going to be optimistic because I don't know any other way to be. I hope this isn't the beginning of Donald Trump's revenge tour. I hope this is the golden age of America, as he said. I hope all the nut-ass things Trump said he was going to do, he doesn't do. Because one thing Vice President Kamala Harris said repeatedly is Trump has an enemies list. I have a to-do list. There is a lot of things that need to be done in America, and I hope he gets to doing. And we, the people, need to look alive on the ground because you have a Republican Party that has a majority in the Senate. Judge Samuel Alito and Clarence Thomas, they'll probably retire. That means Trump will get 2 more Supreme Court picks.
Wow.
So what I'm basically saying is there is nothing we can do right now but try to come together some way, somehow.
This is crazy. This is crazy. I love this. This is how I see that God is trying to save this country. Because not only, right, did Trump, lose in 2016, but if he had won, he would have been going through trials and impeachments because he doesn't have the Senate or the House, right? So he doesn't have the Congress on his side like he does now. And also, now he has both, and he's going to be able to replace 2 conservative Supreme Court justices where if he had won in 2016, another Democrat probably would have won this year, and then they would have been able to put 2 Democrat liberal justices, which would have been horrible for this country. So that's why they did. Hey, God plays and God does things in ways that we could never understand. And this right here was just his doing. Now Trump is going to be able to do whatever the heck he wants with the support of Congress, and he also has the Supreme Court. This is beautiful because he wouldn't be able to be as productive as he's going to be now in 2016. I know that for a fact.
Huffington Post just posted an article with the headline, Trump just ran the most racist campaign in modern history and won. What are we supposed to do about that? Okay, I'm looking at some of these numbers. I don't even know if these are true, but I'm looking at the numbers. I'm seeing high Hispanic, voters nationwide voted for him. I'm seeing a slight uptick in black men. They are 52% of white women. We can keep saying, Trump is a threat to democracy, but nobody's treating him like one. Not the media, not the DOJ, and certainly not the voters, because they spoke last night. America got the president it voted for, and America got the president it deserved. But now I'm simply asking, how can we all coexist civilly? That's what I'm thinking about today. That's what I'm thinking about right now. People are hitting me saying things like
we did in 2016. That's how we can exist civilly, just like we did in 2016 when he was president. Now, it wasn't civil from y'all side when he did take the presidency in 2016. Y'all did go out there and march and burn stuff down. But after that, after stuff calmed down, everything was copacetic.
We about to live in a world that looks like our grandparents' world or worse. People are saying this is going to be Jim Crow 2.0. I don't know, but I know I don't think that's what any of us want, right? it might be too much to process right now. It is early in the morning, okay? This is all just hitting us. So if you want to get back to this later, I'm fine with that. But I just want us to start thinking about it because it's going to be a lot of work. But I know God is the best author and finisher.
That's
and
right.
I don't know what God is trying to tell us right now. I don't know what story God is writing. But I'm listening. Please just hit the hee-haw. That's all I got for you right now.
That's it.
That donkey of the day goes to the Democrats. Okay, I'll do it for you, Charlamagne, and it goes to yourself. That's why you didn't give it to the Democrats, because you're part of that coalition. You didn't want to be the donkey of the day right along the side of the loser Democrats, and I love it. Let's get into the comment section. First comment says, so he's saying Trump got the Amish, blacks, Arabs, Jews, and Latinos to band together, and they're still saying he's divisive. 1.3 thousand likes. Make that make sense. How is it like every demographic voted for him and in overwhelming numbers compared to previously? So what? Those people are what? Racist, misogynist, sexist? All of those people are? What, 70 million plus people are sexist and racist? Come on, man, make it make sense. Next time it says the donkey goes to people who were paid off to endorse someone who ducked and dodged every important question that mattered. 1.8 thousand likes. This is on his own channel, guys. Somebody says it goes to show you that celebrities, including the Breakfast Club, don't have influence or power anymore. Somebody says, truly baffled that so many of you believe that the average working class American would choose abortion and censorship over repairing a fallen economy. Unbelievable. Exactly. The people that were choosing abortion were people that were out of touch with reality or brainwashed by the Democrats in the mainstream media because they told them that Donald Trump was going to take away their women's rights. So that's what they were voting on, which is crazy because they could actually vote for Donald Trump and still vote for abortion because those are states' rights. You can vote for that on the same ballot. They don't understand that. Next comment says, congratulations, you played yourself. Next time says Charlamagne is the honorary donkey of the day after election night. Yes. Exactly right. Him and the Democrats are the donkey of the day. Next comment says Charlamagne gets his political knowledge from TikTok. Bro doesn't know anything. Somebody says, was it Jim Crow 2.0 from 2016 to 2020? These fear-monger tactics are ridiculous. They're ridiculous and old. They're ridiculous and old, and people are sick and tired of it. We're not going to fall for that nonsense anymore. But let me know what you guys think. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button, guys. It really, really helps the channel out if you do that for me. And, of course, if you're brand new, hit the subscribe button for more videos. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.